What's going on, family? Back again, man. Today we are focusing on chest, shoulders, and triceps. And so, man, I'm about to run a gauntlet here. We're going to start off on the bench with 90 pounds, and then we're going to go up to 230. And we're going to do that in 4 sets, 12, 10, 8, 6. And then I have added 10 more pounds on to my usual weight that I use for shoulder shrugs. And so we're going to try to do 4 sets. And we're going to try to go all the way up to 400 pounds. This is going to be quite an event for me now. I hadn't done this in quite a while. So as I mentioned, I'm trying to rebuild, man. And then along with that, we're going to do some front raises with some 30-pound barbells. And so we had the whole event set out as a superset. Do all three exercises. There's one set, and then you do all three again. That's another set. So we have quite a task in front of us on this Wednesday morning. But I think we'll be equal to it, right? Okay, let's get into it. And then one thing too, man, I want to emphasize, you'll notice that throughout this workout today, man, I have some water with me. I had a friend of mine that told me that he noticed in my workouts that I didn't include that. And you know, I had never thought about that. That really slipped my mind. So this morning I had some hydration with me, man. And it made all the world of difference. It really did. It made all the difference to this particular workout because it was going to be grueling. I knew from the very beginning it was going to be difficult because I hadn't done this, like I mentioned, in probably about a year or so. But, you know, having the right equipment, having the right things in your bag, man, go a long way. And one of them that you cannot forget, even though, you know, I must have set a bad example in that you cannot forget your hydration. Bring some water with you, some Gatorade, whatever, you know, your taste is. Bring it with you so that you can refuel as you're going, because one thing you'll notice about me, I sweat quite a bit. And the majority of the sweat is caught by the hat, but I sweat quite a bit. And if I'm not putting those nutrients back while I'm working out, man, it's a possibility that, you know, during a set I could fail, you know. And so we focus a lot on technique. We focus a lot on breathing, but then that hydration is important too, man. Like I mentioned, it made all the world of difference because I was able to go through this particular workout. And even though it was difficult, even though it was tough, you know, we made it. We made it. And I'm thinking that it's because of the hydration. Maybe so, maybe not. But I invite you to make sure that you have all of the necessary tools at your disposal to get the best workout that you possibly can get. This is your time to work on yourself. You know, people talk about self-love. This is a form of it. It's a form of a coping mechanism also if you have stress because of the chemicals that are released that put you in a better mood. So take full advantage of every workout session, man. Plan for it. Get your playlist ready. Get your equipment in your bag. Bring your hydration. Come with a good attitude and get the most out of it. Let's get back to it. All right, so I'm setting up for the last set of shoulder shrugs. As I mentioned, we're going to go for 400 pounds on this one, okay? And I am anticipating a great deal of pain. I really am. That's why you see I have my gloves on, man. I'm fully suited and booted in an attempt to get this done, okay? But most of the time, I'll be honest with you, if I can get it up, if I can wrap in, and I can exhale while I'm pulling up, and I can stand upright, and I can give you the repetitions I'm supposed to give you. And you see it's getting serious now because I had to take off the hat. Had to take the hat off. Look, I got to give it everything I got because I don't plan on going into this set without completing it. Okay? So let's see what we got. And so for the next few exercises, you'll see me going to just some variations. We're going to stay in the racks. We got 2 racks reserved. We're going to stay in them. I'm going to do some flat bench. I'm going to come back up. We were going all the way from 12, 10, 8, 6. So I'm going to do 8, 10, and 12. And then I'm going to include with that some isolation for the shoulders. And then the final set that I'm going to be doing, or the final exercise I should say, is just some simple tricep extensions. We're going to do 5 sets of those. We're going to go from 60 pounds to 140 pounds, and that'll be the end of the workout. As I mentioned, man, you notice that we stayed within the racks. I know it's kind of selfish of me to reserve 2 racks, but I wanted a thorough chest, shoulders, and tricep workout. And hey, I believe we got it today. Let's get back into it, man. What's going on, family? How y'all getting along today, man? Look, man, let me holler at y'all for a minute, man. You know, it's a lot of things that I'm ignorant of, okay? Let me start off by saying that. A lot of things I'm ignorant of. A lot of things you ain't gonna hear me talk about. Let me put some glasses on first so I can see. Boom, there we go. Now, that's a lot of things I'm not gonna talk about, because those things are not within my experience, so I don't have, any right to talk about those things. But now, I've been getting a rash of comments as reactions to my videos, and I'm newly being introduced to this term called divesting, right? Divesting. Now, at first I was like, okay, well, maybe this ain't such a big deal. But I'm getting more and more comments, especially on the series that I'm doing about the demon within. Now, let's be clear about this. The only reason why there are brothers in the 2 parts to the series is because those are the names in the video that came across my desk. So when someone recommends something to me, I take it at face value, I investigate, and then I do a video on it, right? So don't think that this is a way to take current events and bash brothers over the head with it. That's not what this is about. It's not about singling out black men and saying, okay, these are the only ones who have demons or issues to deal with. Because if that's what you were thinking, then you were thinking wrong. You lying to yourself.
Because I had a lady this morning. Think about it now. This was alarming to me. I had a lady this morning, and that's what she was saying. It probably would be best to divest from all black men. Right? But here's the thing, and I think this is a valid point. I don't care who you marry. Right? If you find happiness in another ethnic group, I'm cool with that. Because my beliefs are that from one man, all nations of men came. That's biblical. That might just be me. So if you hear me speak, I don't refer to race. Because there's only one race, the human race. But now, as a society, we sectioned ourselves off into different groups. So now, if you decide that the group that you're a part of doesn't have any eligible men, and you want to look in another group, that's fine with me. It's a human being. But now, this is where I do not agree with you. If you decide that the men in your particular group aren't worth looking at, and you find someone in another group that you feel will meet your criteria, you cannot use that relationship to bash your group with. You can't do that. Because that was a personal decision. It was something in you that made you decide that you didn't want to be paired up with anybody in your ethnic group. You can't do that. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You don't use that to bash other people over the head with, because that was a personal decision that you made, and it was motivated by things that animate you. So you can't use that. And I hate to hear people say that. I hate to hear people say that because of their experiences, they're gonna divest. Because let me help you to appreciate something if you didn't know it. Now, this is a man speaking from a man's standpoint. Whoever you choose, if you don't make a wise decision and choose somebody in this other group that you're looking for, and you choose them the same way that you chose the men in your ethnic group, you're gonna have the same problem. Because it ain't the group of men that you choosing from. It's you. It's you. It's you. You don't have the ability to choose. You're looking for what excites you. You're looking for what will allow you to be as materialistic as possible. That's what you're looking for. And if a person doesn't meet that exorbitant standard that you have for a person that you want to pair with, then you tend to neglect those individuals. But these are the individuals you should be looking for. You should be looking for these guys, the stable, the well-grounded, the steady men. But you know the reason why you're not looking for the old men, or you're not looking for those kinds of women? It's because it's not exciting to you. It's not exciting to you. Because I'm going to tell you something. Steadiness, a person that's well-grounded, it's going to be boring. By nature, that's going to be a boring person, because peace is boring. It is. Now, of course, you're going to have some events where y'all travel, y'all do nice things together. Okay. But the majority of the time, is the brother, if he operating from a place where he trying to have a good family life, he's going to want peace. He's not going to want people arguing with each other over minor things or mundane details. He going to want peace. And with peace, sometimes come boredom. So those kind of guys you're not looking for. You're looking for the guys who are always into something. And when I say always into something, I'm talking about something that's negative or even sometimes illegal. And you take that small group of guys, that small group, and then you extrapolate it over all that entire group. And so now you come to the point where instead of divesting from negative black men or divesting from black men who are doing illegal things, you say divest from all of them. But then again, that is, in some way, that's a good thing, I think. And I know this is going to sound real bad, but I got to be honest. In some way, that probably is a good thing. Because those of you who don't feel like black men offer you what you need, then maybe you should go somewhere else. But when you go somewhere else, like I mentioned, the only time me and you going to run into a problem, or the only time you're going to run into a problem with the majority of black men who are out here trying to be successful and trying to do things the right way, is if you take that relationship with someone outside of your ethnic group and you try to beat us with it. Now, we're going to have a problem with you then. So if you want to divest. I hope you find what you're looking for. But like I mentioned, don't go out there with some kind of delusional mindset that you're going to find someone in another ethnic group that's not going to have the same problems that men in this ethnic group have. A man is a man. And if you don't bring peace to that man's life, you're going to run into the same difficulty that you're running into with us. All right? You know we love you. Peace.